And I'm going to talk about a couple things. First of all is what's the market condition today? And what's the NAR settlement going to affect our Canadian market? And there's a lot of talking, a lot of rumors, a lot of guesstimation. First thing first, what do you know about NAR settlement? Linda?
Sorry.
NAR settlement. National Association of Realtors in USA. They have a settlement on March 29 that a lot of people guessing is going to affect our real estate market. It's going to create a big turmoil for real estate agents and our real estate market. First of all, in US, this is a country with always talk about that freedom, equalization, and open mandate, something like that. Canadian is a little bit behind. I think that sometimes I love more Canadian style than US. I listened to a couple of discussing about this NAR settlement and their effect to our market. The background of NAR settlement is in US consumers mad that the MLS system posting the commission rate payable to co-op agent. That fact alone will affect the co-op agent to show their property in priority or not. Kind of a biased judgment only because of commission rate. So let's imagine I'm an agent, I sign up with my client going to make a transaction with them, and at the end of the day, I'm going to get a 2.5% commission. And then when I see some listings they offer 3%, then I will put that listing on my top showing list. I think some listings they only give 1.5%, even 1%. Then I'm probably going to filter those listings out, not shown to my client. So that is the major concern of consumers in the US. I think that given the President Biden come out saying that this settlement will affect our real estate price, will shake our real estate market. For reality, we don't know. The settlement will come into effect in July, and the direct effect is all MLS listings in US. In early version, client version, broker version, whatever, they will not show how much commission will be compensated to the corporate broker. In the past, we have a clear term in the 2.5, 2%, $1. Those will be disappeared. Instead, they allow the seller directly compensate the buyer, say, I offer you 3,000, 5,000 closing cost. It's consumer to consumer, seller to the buyer. So they pay the millions settlement fee, whatever. In our counterpart of Canada, we have a consumer, I think it's from Milton or Hamilton, is suing so many brokers, Remax, Home Life, 60, Trap, right, to Company Bureau of Canada. This case is still unfold. It's not funded yet. But anyway, to cut the long story short, this going to have a long, profounding effect to our real estate market. Because just imagine Wenjuan or David or everyone, even you are in real estate 2 years, 1 year. When we start, we all start as a buyer agent. We get a client call, they want to buy a house, they want to rent a property, and start showing them. I show them, I sign an offer, I sign a BRA, they get compensated from the leasing broker, right? So that probably going to still here in a couple of years. We don't know when and how soon they will be in our market, but I think that will change our market, not that, too long from. And then that create another question will be that if I'm a buyer, I'm looking for agent, and either I'm buying a $500,000 condo or buy a 5 million mansion. If the seller or the leasing broker does not offer commission by percentage, then that will be a big challenge to the buyer broker that I will only offer you a flat fee, maybe 5,000, maybe 10,000. And the next question will be when the fee will be payable. How do you collect? And you are late. You need to buy coffee for everyone today. Yes. The reason for that is, as a broker, I've been doing this business 24 years. In a couple of cases, we do have a similar situation happening in our office, and then that's a very hectic process because when they submit the offer, we ask the buyer to submit a 10,000 commission to office as a buyer broker. The buyer say, "Why should I give you commission now? We don't know if you're going to close or not." And then when you're going to have a long fight. But anyways, let us put that aside. I call the training today is I want to give everyone a suggestion, a solution, a potential way to create a business. Yes, you all heard that. I have done this business 24 years. I think I was a successful agent when I sell real estate. The biggest property, the highest price property I sold in Toronto is 880,000 back 21 years ago in the Bayview Carmel area. And that's the last house I sold in the big price. Most of the property I sold is between, 85,000 to 200,000 to 300,000, And when I see the price reach to $500,000, I'm very happy and excited. Because the price has gone up a lot in the past 20 years. So, but early on in my real estate career, that maybe you don't know that I started the business with my wife together, Melody. I'm going to call her later on to see everyone. And I think in the second year, we are the top 10 winner in Home Life Canada. And then in that seminar, in that Home Life conference, there's one speaker to talk about that. We're going to set up a seminar for the agent at Home Life. We give you a special discount rate. We're going to do a seminar from, next month. So the seminar is talking about how do you turn yourself be a top leasing agent. So I joined the seminar. That's around 2001. 2001, probably February. I still remember it's a very cold winter, lots of snow. I drove from my home to 400 and Wilson. I'm going to attend the seminar. I still remember they charge us $19.95 US, and for the 10 class training. Of course, that 10 class training, I learned a lot myself as a newer agent. I think I learned a lot. But I think that the one sentence I learned from him, even today, I still memorize that. Is I hope that everyone can memorize too. Is listing is the name of the game. The reason he said listing is the name of the game. So what the game? It's not a poker. It's not a mahjong. It's not like a casino. It's the game we talk about here: buying, selling, listing, real estate. So listing is the name of the game, basically meaning if you got the listing, you control the business. Remember, we always say back in those hot market days, what did they say? The buyer agent running like a dog. Have you heard of that?
buyers are liars, the sellers are hookers. Remember that's those things like that. I don't know, you guys, maybe you take the class online, you never have any live teacher to talk those good things. When I take my license, when I take the in-class training, those experienced agent brokers give us a lot of hint. So I think that we talk about the NAR settlement, the possible effect to our market in Canada. I think that I want everyone memorize this, that to put into practice in the near future is you need to focusing on get more listings. Okay, you need to focusing on to starting to farming, social media posting, but the target is targeting on seller. Your goal is getting more listings, okay? It does not mean that you do not work with the buyer anymore. It just means that after you get a listing, you have more control of the business. Any ad call to your listing could be a good buyer lead in the future. And that buyer lead could be a solid buyer lead, rather than you only post something online or sign call, ad call, whatever is much stronger than a social media leads. So this is number one topic I'm going to talk about. That I hope that you have the idea. Then we're going to have a training session in our office, going to be conducted by our manager, and we're going to show you how to get more listings, how to get more seller clients, and then in the process, how do you handle client objection, how do you handle commission rate, how do you do like marketing package for your client to make sure you secure the listing and you get the listing sold. And we're going to talk about that in the next month or few months. Before I start the next topic, I want to introduce Scott to come over to talk about his role in the office. Then yeah, a few words, Scott.
Okay, hi everyone. I think I'm a, most of you, but not all of you. So my role in the brokerage, I'm the director of pre-con sales and marketing. And my background, I used to be a lawyer, so I also understand real estate law. So a lot of agents ask me for legal questions. I can also help with commercial real estate, residential real estate. I've done some work in commercial real estate. So this is buying or selling, I can help you. I think today I'm going to just go over the agent portal and then some of the recent updates. So you may have heard of Tresna. Hopefully you heard of Tresna. I think Transaction Desk, which is also known as Web Forms, and also SkySlope. So these are the tools that you should be using every day for your deals. How many of you have signed into the agent portal? Good. So if you signed in and looked around, you know that there's a lot of things in here, right? So I know a lot of agents, they've never seen the agent portal, they just in their group or the general agent group. Where's this? Where's this? It's actually quicker if you go into the portal. You can find whatever you need. So most of the frequently used resources are under office resources. So you have here, manager schedule. We have all the frequently used forms. So deposit trust information sheet, that's very common when you're doing any buying or leasing transaction. Schedule B to APS, these Schedule A, and some other transaction reports. And on the side here, you can see we have a ton of resources. So, office guides and policies, pre-con resources, all of our training videos, are on this page. And then marketing resources. So some of you would have, you know, if you recently joined and we helped you make like business card or open house signs, all the templates are here. So anytime you can open these up and, you know, customize to your business. If you're a new agent, we have some resources here for new agents, Treb resources, RICO resources, home loan resources, and then we have some school information. I know I'm going through it very quickly, but you know, you should spend like 10 minutes or so just looking around the portal. Like I would say most of the documents you're asking for, they're usually all on here already. Forms and clauses. So we all know that Trezza brought about some new forms and we retired some old forms. So when you're doing any kind of offer, make sure whether you're using transaction desk, web forms, or SkySlope, always create a new transaction. Okay, don't copy your old transactions because they will have the old forms. You want to be using the new forms, those are in compliant. All right. If you're using like form 200, we don't use 200 anymore, right? So this is where all of our transaction kits are. But I would say, you know, try not to go here because these forms are more like a backup, right? If ever you don't have access to web forms or SkySlopes, then you go here, right? And these forms, I don't think they're fillable. So then you have to print it out and write it by hand. That will take you forever. Easiest thing is to go to web forms or SkySlope and pick the transaction kit that you're doing. So freehold listing, freehold sale, lease deal, commercial, we've updated all of those transaction kits on web forms and SkySlopes. This part we are still updating. It takes a bit of time to get the forms up there. Oh, and then I want to mention clauses. So many of you have questions about, you know, I'm doing this deal with these, you know, clients, and I have this very particular question. Is there a clause for that? One of the places you should go to is the ORIA guideline for residential commercial clauses. So this has probably 95% of the clauses you ever need, right? So commonly asked for clauses, what are they? Probate. If the seller is a estate trustee, you know, you have to make sure you get the letters of probate in order to close properly on the house. You know, chattels, there's clauses about that, condo, deposits, environmental, right? So lots of inspection, lots of clauses in here. And when you go down, like the actual clauses are right here. So you can copy paste and put it in your Schedule A. If you need help, obviously ask the managers. I think another clause is commonly asked for is if the house is tenanted, how do I make sure the tenant leaves? And what if the tenant doesn't leave? You know, how do we deal with that? So there's a tenant clause that says basically the seller has to deliver the correct notice to the tenants and follow the procedures to basically, you know, make sure the tenant leaves. And if the tenant doesn't leave, then, you know, if you're acting for the buyer, you need to have a discussion about what to do if the tenant doesn't leave, right? You either assume the tenant, you know, convince them to leave, or you need to go to the landlord tenant board and, you know, follow the eviction process, which we all know can be very lengthy. So I'm gonna go back to the agent portal. We have a section on our premier partners. So, you know, just a lot of providers that we frequently use. So HVAC, home inspectors, lawyers, mortgage brokers, printing, sign installation, status certificates, right? So again, like this really has most of the information that you need for your deals. Our office events, you know, they're posted in the portal and on the public website. So let me go to the public website. How many of you have gone to our public website? Okay, good. Because I spent a lot of time and effort to update our website. So we have an events calendar right here on the front facing website. Premier partners are also there. And the link to the agent portal you see is right there at the top. If you're doing pre-con, You can go to the front facing website. And all of the projects that we work on are all here. And obviously this is like open to the public, so we don't have all of the information. We have kind of general info. If I go back to the agent portal. On the back end is where we have all the like detailed info for pre-con. So price list, incentives, commission. So you click into new home projects. And let's say I want to buy in Union City, right? So we have the brochure, worksheet, floor plans, presentation. Well, this project, the pricing is not actually on a list, but you'll see like that's the free, right? Price list, floor plans, everything's in here. So you can easily download it and share it with your client. So I think that's most of what I want to talk about for the portal. Web forms and SkySlope I already covered. If you've never used SkySlope or web forms, I say try it out even before your first transaction. You want to know how to kind of create an offer, type in clauses, set up Authenticsign or DigiSign, right? The signing is another like learning experience. If you've never done it, the first time can be pretty challenging. But again, like our managers are always here to help you. Yeah. Question. Yeah.
How do you access the web form and SkySlope? Is that
Through-
from the trap?
From Trap, yeah.
Trap, right?
You log in a Trap. No, you log in the Trap, and then you'll see there's a link for SkySlope.
Yeah, I saw that.
For some reason, they put web forms in a very, very small link to make it harder for you to use that because they want you to use SkySlope. So SkySlope is kind of the newer tool. But I always use web forms. I'm just used to it. Yeah, and then for MLS searching, I think most of you should be on Realm now. I'm still on Stratus. Yeah, Matrix. There's Matrix. If you're on Stratus will be retired, I think, July of this year. So I also need to learn Realm very quickly. Stratus will be no more. Yeah, it's easier. It's easier.
You can access it for the.
Yeah. Yeah. I think one other thing I want to talk about is that insurance program. Has anyone submitted a claim? Ontario Realtor Wellness Program?
They make it so complicated.
Okay, you say that, but I just got a claim approved in less than a day.
Yeah, but you get sick, submitting the claim more than. It's on the phone.
So they have an app, they have a website, they have an app.
Yeah.
You need to enroll. Depending on when you're submitting, like that may take longer, right? For me, I didn't protest that much. I think the premium is like $600. I figure, well, they cover $700 of massage, RMT, right? I'm gonna take advantage of that, right? Yeah, you can't fight it. Might as well like try to take advantage. So that's my experience. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
One of the challenges that I ran into is that once I signed up for ORWP,
Yeah.
I defined my beneficiaries and dependents.
Yeah.
The issue is that when I logged into Green Shield, it asked me how many dependents do you have, and I put in the right number.
Okay.
But when I put in that, it says information not matched, so I had to put in 0.
Okay.
Then when I logged in, there's no way in Green Shield for me to make that adjustment, and obviously they are on strike. So how do I get around that? that is the biggest challenge that I have right now.
I think I remember the enrollment. There's Green Shield,
Yeah,
but then there's another.
ORWP, which I did. Like
Yeah.
I did that way
Did you
before.
pay the extra premium for the dependents
Well, to Green Shield or to ORWP?
or WP?
There was no such requirement. It just says, please define your dependents. And I did that. And if I log into ORWP, it's got that info, the name, the date of birth,
Yeah.
and the title, like what
So
are the two?
possibly because they're on strike,
Yeah,
the info has not passed from ORWP to Green Shield.
it was, I was doing it right this, like at the same time, right? I did
Yeah, I
the
know, I
ORWP,
know.
and I don't think they were on strike at the moment, but I could
Okay.
be wrong, but I'm not too certain. But that's why I'm trying to figure out
So I would send an email to Green Shield.
what email address. I think I was trying to find it, but I couldn't, because I was thinking, hey, if the customer service number isn't working, then at least I can do the email.
Go to the website. There should be an email.
I'll double check, but I didn't come across.
Or you can email the ORWP provider.
I think you need to go back or.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
yeah,
give that a
because
shot.
they answer to the members, right?
Okay,
So,
I'll give that a shot.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Because you're only, there's like the beneficiary that comes with life insurance, but with the main breed, there's no defense covered.
Correct.
So there's
Yeah.
no coverage, so we have to add them there. We
Yeah.
have to buy another package. So yeah,
Correct.
add them as next.
Yeah.
So I think what.
Probably
You
that.
wrote the beneficiary for the life insurance.
Mhm.
When they jump to the dependents, it must be zero because your package doesn't cover.
That's
Well,
right.
then why would ORWP accept it? Like, if I go in and it says, like, check your beneficiaries, if I click on it, it shows beneficiaries and dependents.
We can talk about it later.
Yeah, of course, yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, so. I think that many people know that Scott is my son. So that he's young, he's going to this business like what? 15 years for real estate. He got the license when he was 18. Now you know my age. Yeah, and I forced him to write it to them because they can put the product under his name, they can transaction. Once a year, I do 1 or 2 deals for my own property, and then he's in real estate law, practice for 5 years as a lawyer. So I think that is pretty good for him, for us, that to, if we have any big case or we need the deep thinking, we can, David, we can work together to help you. And then I hope that no one really need a big thinking lawyer. But we do have 1 or 2 cases like that, every
So
year.
we can go into trouble with.
Well,
Yeah.
don't go looking for trouble. Okay, don't go looking for trouble. But, yeah, we've had cases where, agent is dealing with a tough client or tough, buyer or seller, like opposite side. And I think one thing I learned from being a lawyer is you never want to end up in court because only the lawyer's pockets
Yeah.
get deeper.
Yeah.
And your clients lose. Okay, even if they win, they lose. So I think end of the day, number one, don't go looking for trouble. Be professional agents. Number 2 is if you are in that kind of situation, always talk to us first before you do anything, right? We don't want you to get into more trouble. And I think number 3 is, we always try to resolve something directly with the other side, right? End of the day, we sell real estate. We're not saving lives, right?
Yeah.
So we try our best to resolve these situations, and I would say 99% of the time, it does work. Sometimes all it takes is a phone call or an email to someone and say, hey, look, this is maybe where the disagreement is. Let's resolve it, peacefully. Sometimes you may go to like grab arbitration, hopefully not RICO, right? Things usually don't go that far. But yeah, that's why, David, Tony, and I, we are kind of the compliance, compliance team. So we'll help you, deal with those harder situations.
I think that on top of that, I would say, as a broker of 24 years, as a broker of record for 20 years, I have been working with the tribal for community, appreciation, discipline, professional standards, and the commercial community. And then 2016, I was elected by our agent to be a board of member of RICO for the directors. I worked there for 3 years, and then I learned the process. I know basically, most operations for RICO and trap. I would say that we are biggest Chinese broker in Ontario. We are the top 10 brokers in for Ontario overall, and we are the #1 broker office in Home Life Canada. So everyone should be very proud of yourself. And again, we are here to protect. Okay. Every week I have agents from another broker, all the public. I think that your agent did this is wrong, and then you don't do that by 5 p.m. today. I'm going to sue to recall. I'm going to, call my lawyer. When I read through the email and then we talk to agent, as long as I know that agent did the right thing, there's no unprofessional conduct, I will defend you. And then I would say, I read email to the other party say, if you really want to complete recall, you can go ahead. Nobody can stop you with that. But from our understanding and then the observation, there's nothing wrong on my agent action. And sometimes our agent did something wrong, totally wrong. They book a showing, they didn't go to see it, they didn't cancel. Show the problem, they forgot to lock the door when they blow out the door. And it can happen, but if that happens, sincerely apologize, it's the number one rule. And at the end of the day, you do not want someone complain to go to trap, because after Tresan changed the law from RIBA 2002 to Tresa 2002 I always say this, recall allow you to set up your own company track to collect the commission, to enjoy the low rate of corporation tax rate. But in the meantime, they put a more higher standard for every agent, that recall and trap both raise the standard of charging the fines. Give you a quick example that one of our agents pregnant in 8 months last year, roughly about October. And then she booked the 2 showings to 2 properties on the same street, one number 8, one number 15. So after see the house on number 8, the client say, I like this house, I want to spend more time on this one, I don't want to go to that house anymore, you can cancel that one. With the app now, you can easily cancel your appointments if it's the time is still have time to go there. And or agent that make mistake. I don't know. Some they say when the woman in the pregnancy, sometimes they're not really clear. She canceled the appointment that she is showing. She did not cancel that house with number 15. She's supposed to cancel. So the whole thing passed. 1 month later, that house, the owner and the agent find out our agent bought the number 8 house. So we filed complaint to traffic. To cut the long story short, is traffic charged her 6,000 and charged me 6,000.
Only because of no cancellation.
No cancellation. Yeah. So there's a lot of agents, book a showing our office. Okay, we don't like there's a lot of it. They forgot, they can't, they say the phone no battery, no signal, whatever. There's no reason. Okay, you should line up your appointment in the food order, and then cancel appointment is so easy to. And it's not like you need a phone call, you call the agent broker, hold you for 20 minutes. That's even that, that's not very issues. And be professional. And then yes.
I had a question. So let's say if she did not show up in the other house, if she did not cancel, would that also affect? Can they also report that this is the house that she didn't go? Yeah. If she did not cancel anything.
Yeah. No. So she booked a 2 appointments.
Yes.
For 2 houses.
Yes.
So she spent more time on the house she showed.
So let's say she did not go to the other house, she did not cancel.
Yeah. That's the case I'm talking about here.
That's
exactly
what happened.
Yeah.
How they find it. She didn't cancel.
12,000.
No, she kept both of them. She did not cancel anything. Then what?
No. If you have a confirmed showing,
Yes.
you don't show up,
Yes.
fine. Yes. No. That's a fine.
You
You will get a fine. That's not fine. That's a problem. I know your question now. Your question is, you book the 3 showing. Normally you have a cancel. Can you get triple charge? Maybe not. But the problem, the charge is the same. Yeah.
I had this case and I went to the client, went to sell for them. I went to the house that I had to show by myself because I couldn't manage the cancel. It was, her day was down.
That's fine.
I was by myself, I dropped the card and I left.
Yeah. That's a fine. Another alternative could be you give the leasing agent a call or email, say, briefly down, I cannot show up the property, I'm late, my car running on gas, whatever reason. We are all human. The other party is not going to accuse you unless you make the other party very mad.
Yes.
We have agent, very good agent, live in Scarborough. She booked the 1 house in Kingston 3 times in 3 weeks. Every time he cancels. I don't know why. So the agent's so mad, and then they call me, I talk back to the agent, Every time the agent give me a reason, different reason. But anyway, I apologize on his behalf to the agent. Just like Scott said, we are here to help you to solve the issue. We are not here to create more problems. That's why I always say that we have an issue with your client, with the seller, with the deal, talk to a manager first. And I always say brokers is going to keep your deal together. Lawyers maybe try to break it up. So we are here to help you to solve the issues. Okay. Okay, thank you, Scott.
I want to talk about listing later.
Yeah.
Okay, I want
Go
to.
ahead.
No, I'll just talk about listings quickly. So we created a new listing presentation template that you can all use. It's very easy to use. In the agent portal under office resources, then you go to marketing resources, and then listing presentation. So I already opened it up here. This probably will take you like 10 minutes to set up. All right. All you need to put in is a street address, who you're talking to, your info. But you know, once you set this up, you will use the same info every time. Your picture. And we've put here, you know, information about our brokerage, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. All of these, you know, you don't have to do anything. The important part you do have to modify is the comparable section. So when you're doing it, you obviously need to do your homework, right? What's selling, what's sold in the area, what's expired. So this is in PowerPoint, so you can easily, you know, duplicate each of these slides, add more properties. You know, this is, I think, is much easier to communicate to your potential sellers than printing off MLS data sheets and showing them that information, because they won't understand anything on those pieces of paper. But yeah, you know, kind of simple tool to use. And I think it will help a lot of agents get, you know, hopefully get more listings. Someone yesterday asked me about, we post the monthly market stats, like from Tread and Mississauga board, Waterloo. So we will post those flyers on the agent portal so that you can also post to your social media. So every month we have those flyers. We will make it available on the agent portal. Thank you.
Okay. So Linda, this is go back to your question regarding CMA. When I was agent, I'm not a good student for CMA. What I did is I always, even yesterday, we have an agent comes to obviously, I want to list my house for sale, and then I want to have a quick CMA. CMA is a fancy word, but at the end of the day, what I did is I told the agency, you go to your neighborhood, you know, circle your house, say 2 kilometer, you know, area. Then you find out that what the house is sold in the past 3 months. Pick 3 houses, very close to your house, meaning when you very similar with your house. You know, never the bedroom, never the washroom, never the garage, you know, the lot of size, whatever. And then pick 3 houses expired, not sold. And then pick 3 houses is currently selling now. You know, that use this chart, you can quickly find out the house will work. Okay. Remember one thing though is depends on the market. Okay, like we're gonna talk about the market. Depends on the market. If today the market is going up, then there's no harm to list high. You put the market. If the market is worse, is bad than like last year, then you want to list the price right on or even lower than the market get sold. So I'm not a big fancy with like 20 pages of CMA because we're not a visual person, but use the simple reason in here is you're going to attract eyes of the set. People ask me that the seller asked me to 3 listings, a couple listings in my neighborhood. Yes or no, but I normally don't give the hard copy listings or sold listings to the client in hard copy or email. I can email them a client copy. I'm not going to email them the brokerage copy. I can email my listing pending because it's my information anyways. and then I'm not going to give the full source data to them. Yes, of course, they can find the source data from other resource, but I want them to keep me as the #1 resource. And, you know. Any other questions for Scott? So you're free to go.
Yeah, let me, I'm on WeChat and WhatsApp, so call me.
Thanks. Thanks, Scott.
Next, I want David to give us a little talk, and David with me about 12 years, 11 years, 13 years, 13 years, right? Yeah, that's yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Good to see you, everyone. And as Tony mentioned, that probably I know some of you already. And today, that the section really important for especially for new license agent. So that's the topic we are here today. According to my 26 years experience, so in real estate, I think the important is for you, no matter you are senior like agent, or you are new license agent like in the 1 year already, right? So as agent, always have to be what? Professional. That's important. That's why the client trusts you, credit you, whatever. So Tony already gave us some explanation about some basic how can you become such as a professional agent. I always, all the training session I said to our agent, no one perfect. No one knows everything. But only thing you have to know where you find the resources, where you can find the answers. So like Scott, he already gave us what? Our website. All the information, forms, rules, whatever the clause condition, whatever in the website. And also the training section, we have been doing, don't know how many years, 6, 7 years training, right?
Right.
In our website, you will find all kind of topic that for the training. Start from basic entrance, from the listing, from buying, from rental, for commercial, whatever, you can find everything there. So number one. Number two is Tony, Scott, myself, and Coben, Sammy, were in also as well. Whenever you need something, you need help, we are here to help you for sure. So you don't know how to prepare the first offer, we will help you come to the office, or sometimes even call us, WeChat us. So lastly, one agent, Tony, you know that the Alice, she rushed to get the put offer, the first offer for leasing. 12:30, say, David, I need it. So I have to get to what work for
12:30.
12:30 already. I send the change the clause, change the offer. I say, go ahead. And then after 12:30, she send to the listening. The listening waiting for the offer. So inside it's a special case. I mean the rush, right? So that's why our manager is helping you. For past few years, like 2021, 22, a lot of forbidden war, right? Every day forbidden. We are always busy. Tony, myself, Scott, and Sammy. 30, 12 people, every offer to be done before 11:59 p.m. That's the way we are helping our agent all the time. So being in Homeland Landmark, that's why I said, you guys should be proud of you. We are the #1 brokerage in Homeland family since 6 years already. Homeland Canada, right?
Yes.
Number 7 years in a row, #1. Top 10 in the in Ontario brokerage now. So that's the reason why you guys come to Landmark. That's the reason. So when you know I've been here for many years already, right? So
I forgot.
more time. Yeah. So that was right. Sometimes you send me about the commercial or whatever, some issue. Yeah, I will answer you all the time, right? So the few points I need to share with you. Number one, I'd say to be a professional. To be a professional, like a new license agent, 1 year, in 6 months or 3 months, whatever. How do you become a professional? Number one, go into training all the time. Website is number one. Number two, all the training section in the office, online or even on site. I hope you can attend it. So if you have time, of course, if I don't have time, then that's another issue. So last week I did the showing training on site showing process. That's the number one. Also, I suggest if you're new license agent, you should come to this kind of training. We have almost 30 agents come to my training on the site. I booked one house, $2.6 million a house. I start from the beginning, say, how do you show the property from the front door up to the end, finish with the showing. The way in how do you talk to the agent, to your client in front of the client. Your action, your conduct, you have to show the professional agent. That's why I trusted David. I trusted you. I think why I trust him because you are professional. So the way you talk to them, you have to show your in person. You need to show your person confidence. That's why I say first showing to the client. It's something like you are make a girlfriend, boyfriend at the beginning, the first sign on love. That's important. So that kind of thing. That's why I say training is important. Showing posts I did every month. I am going to do arrange one. So last one, COVID-19, I did 3 or 4 times. Every time 20, 30 agents come to the training. They say they learn a lot. So that's the kind of thing you need to learn. So that's why I say training is important. Number 2, you need to know. That's why I relate to the professional. You need to what knowledge? What kind of knowledge? That means you know the neighborhood. You know what you are doing. You know what you're selling. Let's say you're doing farming. Oh, this area, I pick up C14, C15. I need the specific area. I will focus on the area. Say, I know what kind of property detached, semi, condo, and duplex, triplex, whatever. You know those kind of property. Then what in the market? How much is in the market now? How much you selling? How quickly you sell? You have to search the area. In that case, then you know this area. The people is off. They ask David, I don't see the detached house C14, the arcade school. Approximately what's the price range? If you never do anything search, if you never, how can you answer that? So if you, I know that it's 50 by $123 million, right? Semi-detached in the area, $1.2 million, something like that. You know, quickly you answer the client question. That's all, David. That's the question, right? So that kind of thing you have to do learn something. So that's called knowledge. So knowledge, Tony always went meaning to our agent. If you're a new agent, you don't have any client, what you can do? Number 1, help our, like when you have listing, weekend, Saturday, Sunday, or we put some requests in our website, WeChat or the WhatsApp group. We need agent help. Help what? Running open house. So that's the way you're new license. I don't have client. What? I help our agent, our agent to run the open house. From the open house, you will what? Like when we tell you how the process, right? Basically, number 1. Number 2, you will see how the process doing. You will get generated leads. So that's the topic today. To say how to generate leads. That's the number 1. You're helping other people to run the open house. The leads come, the buyer come to see the open house. You got contact information. You will qualify whoever this buyer ready or not, right? So that kind of thing that the generally is also can learn something from there. So number 2. Number 3, no people asking for a run open house. What I do on a weekend, always Saturday, Sunday, 2 to 4, 2 to 5, a lot of areas they have to run open. You see open house side, right? I don't have client. What I do? I go myself. I can go to see open house, different location, see whatever house we see. The reason to see, not only to know the profit information, the pricing, the market. Number 2 is you will see the agent for running open house. You learn something from him. Tony, you know that Samuel Sean, Bill Tang in C40. Every time at the time I went to see open house, Bill Tang, Samuel, the top agent in the C40, the top 1, the top 2. He will tell me, oh, David, welcome. Well, I got my client, he said, in front of my client. You see, David is a good agent in front of my client. You could pick up the good agent you work with. The reason is, I said so. You will learn from those experience in how to run open house. Then she will show you contact with, David will show, I give you general information about the house, landscape. David, you can show to your client whatever the way you do it. Anything, contact me. That's the professional way to do open house. I went to see open house sometime. I saw some agent sitting on the couch. So people coming, oh, you're coming, welcome. That's it. That's not the kind of professionalism. Right? So I want to be everyone. You learn something, you pick up something, you grow. That's the kind, let's say, that's the kind of what is knowledge. Number 4, they call it the experience. Experience is not so simple, right? Experience is generated from your transaction, generated from contacts. The more you do deal, the more you know that the have experience. The experience is means you know how to deal with it. So something comes out, something coming out, you know how to deal with that. So if you never come across something like this, so that way we how can you generate experience, right? So the way you give something to your client, feedback later on, you will see those experience will help them. For example, I've been doing commercial many years already. I sell a lot of small business, restaurant, coffee shop, and the convenience store, bar, whatever. Some Korean people, I'm not Korean, I'm Chinese, right? In Korea community in North Young shop area. They still knew me. When I go to supermarket, sometimes I met with some Korean people. David, are you still doing the terrorism? I say, of course, I'm still doing that. The reason why they know me, they trust me. When they sell convenience store, restaurant, say, David, I need you to help. I do it carefully with everything. After the result, I generated statement for them. They say, oh, David, you're better than my accountant. I don't even know how much I make, how much profit, and how do you sell. That's really really trust you. That's kind of, let's say, experience. If you have such experience, your client will trust you. That's why we say, professional people, professional agent, you have the knowledge, you have experience, you have also credibility. Credibility from what? The action you're doing, the conduct you're doing. Some people that from time that Tony knows, from time that we received a complaint from the client, say, "Oh no, David, your agent, who? I sent him the offer, sent him what message. They never returned to me. Even not only customer, client, but also agent. So as the professional agent, that's not the right way, right? Anything you receive, whatever, you have to respond immediately, unless you're at the meeting for the lifetime, right? So that's kind of professional people you have to do that. So that's the way I wish everyone, from now on you will see how to do yourself as a professional agent. Number 5, I think the topic I would say, being a professional agent, the most important, whatever training you're doing, what? Communication skill. That's the number 1 topic. So you do market investment, then you know. Yeah, that's the communication skill. That's important. Communication skill, not like simple. Something like in a family, husband, whatever, but still about the issue you need to know. Let's say when you qualify the buyer, so when you know, right? If the buyer approach you, they want to buy the property, you need to qualify them. Let's say you have to say, oh, where do you want to buy the property? Okay. Let's say North Shore or Richmond, whatever. You have to step by step. If the property say, what's your budget? Oh, around 1.6 million, 2 million. There comes in, you need to ask one by one, right? Then after you say, oh, in this case, did you go to the bank, get a pre-approval or anything? See, in this way, you ask whether they are ready, they are motivated, or they are already qualified for mortgage. For, let's say, they're doing an offer for bidding. If you do not go through that process, Forbidden offer, no conditions, firm offer. How can you do that, right? You cannot do it. So that's the one qualifier. Also, let's say if you say, oh, I've been to the bank already for, I got approval, pre-approval, like something like that. Then next question you can say, David, if you buy the property $2 million, what percentage of market you're making? The way you talk to professional, not like people, how much you pay? What's your salary? How much you can? Some people straightforward, no, that's not right. So the way you would say something like that, your client will say, this is not professionalism. I will not get anything from the AI. I will not trust him or whatever. So the way you talk in the speech, make yourself also what that the client comfortable. They know the way you professional. So that's a communication skill. That's why I said we need to learn communication skill. That's a very complicated. Even myself, 26 years, I still learn, pick up anything every day, every year, right? So that's kind of thing I say. So then in communication skill, I summarize 3 points. Number one, listening. Listening, that means whatever client tell you, listening all the time. See, they tell you, oh, David, I'm going to buy property. David, my son going to high school. David, my budget within $2 million. Oh, I need a mortgage. Those listen, you know that they're listening, right? The more you listen, the more you know your client requirement, the needs. So that's the thing that when you know much more already. Number two is answering. What mean answering? Answering, I listen to too much. The client told you everything already. I need C14, high school. My son in secondary school. I have a budget $2 million. I will need detached. I need all the separate entries for leasing. So they told you you need, then you always answer, oh, in C14, yes. That property 20 years, 3 million, something between $3 to $4 million. Right? If something bungalow, between $2 to $3 million, you're answering that kind of thing, right? Or you need a separate engine. Let's see, you have the legal separate engine or not. Answering by one. Then it means that's answering from where? From your knowledge, from your experience, right? So the answering, not some if you don't know anything, you never can go to open house, you never go to see any property. What kind of property, say high ceiling, what kind of high ceiling, detached, semi-detached, or sometimes triplex, you don't know. So that's why I said those kinds of things you need to know. In this way, you can answer all kinds of questions. So that way, when you're answering, the clients, oh, they know a lot, right? The same thing like showing process I did that you are agent. You know where to find all the year build for the house. How many years? You have to find out. You find out something that you tell your client, oh, where is, you know, a lot, right? Let's say on the street, the drain, right? You find the year of the build on the street. Then if you relate the house, the year maybe 1929, 1989, 1990, you see that the way you see the house, the build of the year. From the gas, gas furnace, they have a yellow tag here. You see the yellow tag, you see what year they installed the gas furnace, the original one. You tell the client, well, this house is built or whatever, I want you to gas tag. Number three, by the window, they say, oh, hold the window, how many years already? You check the window, the aluminum window, the year manufacturer. You see that kind of thing, you tell your client, you're different, right? That kind of thing you show that in front of the client. That's a small tips, right? So that's why I say answering is something like that. Number three, asking. So you listen, you answer already. Now next one you can ask. Ask the client what I question. Let's say the first time, as I say, you need to qualify by, oh, what kind of property you're looking for? Detached. What location you need it? Seafood. They don't know seafood. And they say, young shepherd, young green bean. Why you need that location? Oh, because my son going secondary school. Okay. So ask master. Then what kind of mortgage you're looking for? Percentage, 80%, 70% people as unit mortgage. Then you see, then the time frame, whatever. That's the motivation. So that's kind of asking. The more you're asking, you get more feedback from the client. So in that case, you know how to help the client. sometimes one thing you please remember, when you ask your client whatever question, sometimes they don't tell you everything. Let's say they can afford to buy property over 2 million. They say under $2 million house. But some people just made it, conservative or whatever. But in reality, when you really reach to the point, the motivation, something they can buy beyond that. So that's the way. How can you know that? By asking. During COVID-19, so we were not allowed to come by to see property in one vehicle, whatever. Right? But now they start opening. When you pick up your client, when we're showing property for them, you can talk a lot in the car. Listen, ask different things. Of course, not always the real estate. You're talking about other issues, other things, then you will know how your client, whether they're very reasonable people or sometimes they're aggressive with people, you need to find a way to deal with them. So that kind of asking. The more you asking, even the client will know, oh, maybe you ask, the person ask that's right, very reasonable. And some they will find the answer to you as well. So that's the way to help you to preserve the future transaction. So that kind of thing, in theory, that's why I can share with you. But as a new license agent, I always say, number one, promote yourself. How to promote yourself? Social media, right? You put social media, Facebook, Instagram, and wherever you need. So I'm David. I'm doing real estate agent already. So you promote yourself, everything. Number two is we have a lot of resources. Free come, office. Scott got to give us a lot of information. Use the free come information, then you can promote it. Send to social media, WeChat, whatever, WhatsApp. So send you the information out. Then the people know, oh, TBC is realtor now. He has a lot of pre-plan, whatever. But like investor, you had to do a commercial. You send a commercial listing or office listing, broker listing, we can share with everyone. Okay. So normally we don't need to consent from specific agent in our brokerage, but for courtesy, of course, better to ask, hey, maybe you have listing, I can advertise on that. You can ask, right? But if you're listing from all of our brokers, for sure, you need to get consent to put in your promotion, the topic there. So that's the way you're doing that to promote yourself. Then you will see a lot of people coming on. Maybe you have a commercial listening, maybe you have pre-con, then you could do that. Number three is, if you do resale, that Linda just mentioned to me, she wanted to do resale. To resale, you can find specific area, right? That area, let's say, whatever, C14, C15, or E05, whatever area, you pick up that area, maybe your target market, your client coming from that area. You can put those listing, whatever good for your client. Let's say I have a client who looks like $1.5 million property. I put the listing, I call the listing agent and say, hey, David, I'm Linda. I need, can I use a listing to advertise and promote? Most agents will say, yes, go ahead, right? You help them. That's the way you can do the promote the advertising, right? That's the way. Next one is networking. Social media, not only the one thing, networking. What can networking? All the community there, a lot of events, different events, right? You see, now the springtime, right? Golfing, a lot of golfing events, right? Some communities that say some culture, and then they do a ceremony, what I can attend those events. Go to the event, you can participate and see a lot of people there. You can see, give your business card. Number one, better way, of course, the people will always ask sponsorship. What sponsorship? I pay $300, $500 for title, not title is a different way. You will see you got sponsor there, you let's sponsor from Junman, from Linda, from James or whatever. Maybe see that's the way you generate the leads. The people coming to see you, wow, this is sponsor one, here's the realtor. And then later on, you get the image, get your stuff to show in front of the client. So that kind of thing will be the leads generated from there. So a lot of people before, I think I told you that people ask, come to our brokerage, number one, do your brokers give our leads? The answer is, I say, of course, some leads we can generate something we can pass to you, but most leads coming from yourself. Those leads, solid leads from you, right? But events from leads, and also as I mentioned as well, open house leads also you will generate the leads from there as well. So those kind of things you little by little you build up your clientele. The next one is farming. So farming, I mean, it is already done, I think before. Farming, that means you select again specific area. Let's say, not my living area, maybe some other area. And this to my targeted customer, maybe, let's say, more detached house, a townhouse or whatever. Mostly detached townhouse or whatever, not condo. The condo is hard, not easy to do that. Farming mostly area, same few streets, 3, 4, 5 streets, like surrounding area. Number one, you select the area. Number two, I can pick up a team. Sometimes by yourself, maybe it's okay. I prefer at least 2 or 3 people. We can get a team. The team to do farming, because the farming is what? Door to door knocking. I start my real estate with that. Lawrence and Bayview and Leslie, I did with 3 of us, door to door every day. To knocking on the door. So that's the way farming will be generate leads. I think if you do the farming in 6 months, you will get at least 2 or 3 listings for sure. Normally, unless you do something wrong. But the farming, how do you do that? We have a training video, submitted the training video on website. You can see it. So you need to do flies. You need to come door to door, and then fly it again. So you will specific process. So you don't do that, not door to door without anything. You need to get some print out, fly first in the area, some office listing, or if you have our office listing, get some listing and send fly. Then that's way going to door and come back, fly it again. We see what we say, mind share. What means a mind share? That means the more you showed up, the more people remember you. Oh, David, you come here, you sent the fly last week. I know, David, you have fly this week. Secondly, oh, David, last week I saw you here already. So the people know you already. And then again, of course, farming, you need to know what knowledge, experience. You have to basically you have to get something you're ready. If you're not ready, make no sense. The same thing like so the same thing like a lot of people let's buy some business or something like let's say restaurant, ask $300, 300,000. That's a lot. So I said, always tell our agent quality for the buyer. Even the buyer never did restaurant before, they only nothing in the background in their history. I give you even $100, you cannot run this, right? So that's why we say qualify them. That's so important. So that kind of thing, as a new license, is a lot of, you don't need to rush, but you have to prepare yourself. Whenever you're ready, you will go, right? Whenever you're ready, you will get a client. Whenever you got experience or your knowledge, people will trust you. Will say, David, Junman, I trust you. Please help me to see the house. Please bring me, help me to put the open in. If they don't trust you, from the first show in the second show, maybe they forget about you. They will find somebody else. So in the new rule, Tony mentioned just not as well already, tracer, right? You need site BIA, whatever those are kind of things we have training as well on the website. So I will share with you on more issues or anything like that. So we make sure. So BIA is important. Otherwise, you're working for nothing, right? So even you did not sign BIA, if your client have been pretty probably somebody else, you have been working 6 months or 1 year, you'll be working for free for nothing. So that's also another issue we talk about later. So a lot of issues regarding this, Tony knew our broker, we have been in the trial always arbitrating always, but because we have comprehensive training in our brokers, most cases we won the case. Let's say 80–90% we won the case. But if you did not go through follow our policy or in the process properly, sometimes you get some trouble. That's another thing, right? So anyway, whenever you get some issue, now we can help you for going out there. So it's really a lot of issue. We can even talk about one or 2 hours one day, so not good enough. So the only thing I just say, protect yourself. Do the training, do learn something, pick up something. Whenever you're ready, you just go forward. That's what I can share with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do we have any questions? Yeah. Yeah.
What else is important? Transition.
No idea. So basically, I know there's lots of agents complain in the past year, I would say. Trap has gone through many programs, they employed, then they retired, they canceled, I don't know, because the Trap's leadership change in the past year that they have tried a different thing, and then plus Aurea introduced the ORW program, make so many members like so mad. And I think that this turmoil will go through, probably die down by next year this time. Because obviously, let's say ORW program, everyone is trying to use it, to claim it, to its maximum, right? I don't know how many of you know insurance. Insurance program, insurance company basically is based on the probability. 100 people buy life insurance. Eventually everyone will die, but they in a certain time, you probably like 10% or 20%. Insurance is, I think like you should have a less than 30% claim. If everyone claims to a maximum, you pay the $695 plus tax, you claim $750 for the massage alone. Next year, this program is no way to run. Probably going to say every member needs a double. So this year already have so many people mad. We're talking about like what, $700 is like our office. Before December, we have I think it's 1,700 agents. By January 15, there's about 300 people not paid. So their license is being cut. Why I know? Because in my portal, I go through everyone and say, why did you renew? I say, they say, I don't like the program. I don't want to know the renew. But by today, those 300 people, about 230 already come back. They paid $100, $113 more to come back. Why? Because they need to use MLs, right? So anyway, anyhow, that is Web Form was a program introduced by Trap, and then they introduced Long Wolf, be a major partner, and a couple of years back, now they kick them out. And Long Wolf introduced Authenticide. So now they do not promote anymore. But luckily, we are major user of Long Wolf program. So we're going to continue to have access with Authenticide, Web Form, at least for now. Okay, you can use Web Form, you can use SkySlope. SkySlope is a new program promoted by Trap. So that's why Trap is introducing more. Even SkySlope will introduce called SkySlope offer. I don't know what's that. I didn't try yet. You try? It's good?
That's very small.
Okay. But the one thing I found out is SkySlope is not friendly to Chinese.
Oh, okay.
I tell you why? Because that program is not accessible in China. They block Google, so you cannot sign in. So a couple of times I tried, I just want to, I tried it for a lease. Then I send it to the client says, I cannot sign. So I save the copy, I go back to the Web Form. So my signature is in SkySlope, my client signature is in Web Form.
You can actually use both of them to sign.
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can send it.
Yeah. Correct.
And SkySlope that you can put all the forms in one area.
Correct. Yes.
Send them all at once and fill them all at once, and you can copy paste. So it has some facility.
Oh, Web Form is the same thing. You just need to click a form, choose. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
For the They don't take it too often. Chicken is okay, but don't make it too
Yeah,
often.
yeah.
Yeah, so like Tresa, they introduced December 1st last year. And from December 3rd, I already get a new form from Aurea. And then one form is called 320, right? That the 320 form, back then, Aurea is also confused. They introduced a form with 3-page. I don't know how many people do still remember 3-page that company corporation representation form. And then I think David and Sammy, we talk and say this form is confusing. I think this form must be something wrong.
Yeah.
So they introduced a new form February 9. So from February 9, there's a 2-page. So the new form is very clear. Okay. The leasing broker, either you represent the seller, either you represent the buyer or not, or either buyer is SRP, period. So if you are preparing offer, you are the buyer side, you don't have to choose anything. You can leave that leasing portion blank. Okay. Any other question, Linda?
What's your next open house?
Open house training.
We can
Showing house that.
showing, yeah.
Showing. Open house that 17th last week, right?
Yeah.
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 So open house normally will be by this meeting. So for me, we be showing process. We do it every once a month, something like we did. I did that the last 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will notify if you want. Yes.
Have you tried shadowing? Like,
Yes.
New agent shadow. Or expert agent.
Yes.
Door knocking or like.
Door knocking, cold calling. Okay, let me go through one by one. Okay, shadowing. So it sounds easy, but it's not that easy.
Yeah.
Because I have a listing, I'm going to offer tonight, and then I brought a seller in. All of a sudden, someone sit on the table, kind of create nervous. I would suggest this. Scott mentioned before. David also mentioned that if you are not that busy, I know you have been in real estate, a year or 2 years, 3 years. I would suggest you reach out to our agent, because some agents are very funny. Some agents, they want someone to help them do open house, but they post notice 10 a.m. on Saturday. Anyone can do open house for me today, 2 to 4? I would suggest that everyone here today, if you define your marketing area, let's say Linda mentioned that farming. So let's say I live in Downmill Steel area. So southeast, North York, northeast, Thorn Hill. So I can define, say, anyone have a listing in this area, I can help you. Thorn Hill up to Highway 7, North York down to 401. From Young to Woodbine Park, whatever, those areas, if you have a listing, I can help you do open house for free. Yeah, right? Yeah.
First doing that, it's just like. I even offered some agent like I can give you a share of my profit. I just need shadow because this door knocking is for me coming from corporate environment. Door knocking is completely alien world. I'm not used to that.
Okay.
You want to call it terrifying, you want to call it whatever you call it. It's not me, it's not my personality. I want to see someone in profit, and it's really intriguing. But I tried with a lot of agents, most of them, all of them say.
No, I'm going to tell you my own experience. Remember I said 20-some years ago, I started training with the Leader Choice that I paid a $19.95 back then, like whatever. So door knocking, I started door knocking after that week. I make a flyer like this with my business card, and so I go to door knocking at the townhouse area. It's called Cass Avenue, which is Warden and Shepherd. And my wife and me together, we go together. There's the advantage for that, because if we go together, then people see me, watching me from the inside the door is not that aggressive. And plus we door knocking is in the winter. I think the February. heavy snow, that's cold weather, people not willing to come. But I knock the door, people not here. I leave the flyer with my card, with a magnet in the envelope, put in the mailbox. And I'm going to tell the results. The results back then, I'm talking 20 years ago, it's very good. I got like 5 listings in that neighborhood for the few months. I did get yelled by a couple of people. They use F words, whatever language is yelling at me. So I just like shrug myself and just walk away. You cannot be that sensitive. People are yelling at you like this. You see, like now, like when I drive home, people, rolling down, yelling at you, use F words. I just smile to them. It's what, right? So that's really need some guts. Door knocking, shadowing together. I would say not use the shadowing. I would say maybe we can do a model or do like a sample, but end of the day, you just got to do it. There's no secret. And then the secret is the way you talk and also the material you bring to them. Okay, if you can show some interesting point, and then they maybe like to talk to you. After the COVID, during COVID, nobody welcome you to the door knocking. But end of the day, that whatever your material sent to them, some of them will pick up. Okay, when I got home, I see all the flyers from real estate. I collect it. No, I collect it. I read it. I see that how they use the language. I collect the window cleaning company, door repair company. I put on the side as useful information. But in the meantime, for real estate flyers, I see someone write a letter, say, "Hi, homeowner. I have a client looking for property like your house and in this neighborhood." They use a very beautiful language. I can share with you those wording in my computer. I have those anyways. So those is the way we call soft approach. Then, do you want to sell a house? Those kind of language. Sometimes you will be kind of, oh my God, this guy has a client looking for a couple $1 million house. Is it real? Not real. Okay, I tell you, not real. Just like somebody come to see, oh, I have come ready to see a house. The sun listing and they're going to show it tomorrow. Then tomorrow they never show up because he will say, oh, the client changing mind. They looking to buy Scarborough. Okay, that's all lies. But anyways, we talk about that. Scott talked about something. David also give us lots of information. When David talking, I took notes. I think that there's lots of information we need to just go to practice. I want to focusing on farming and social media marketing. Just like we mentioned before on our website, Kevin, there's a big fire behind me. I'm kind of scared. We talk about that marketing, farming, social media. I think that the information is very clear. First of all, I want all of you today learn how to access the agent portal. There's lots of resources, information there, and there's a lot of training video there. I'm going to mention one agent name. Her name is Amanda Tao. Joined us back in 2020, the first year of COVID. I think that 2021, I met her in our award presentation. Do you remember that award is a kind of a half virtual, half in person? I met her, I talked to her, and as a full first year, she made $350,000. She is a young girl. I don't know how, I don't remember her age. I think back then maybe 28, something 30, whatever. MBA graduate students from famous university. And if you tell me she has lots of contact, maybe not. She's 30 years old. How many contacts does she have? But she mentioned one thing. She said, I go through our website. I go through every training video there. I watched at least 2 to 3 times. And then he said, Tony, you see, if I ask you a question, I never ask basic questions because I have gone through already. David, Sammy, we have a lot of training recorded, and the information there is open, is easy to use, like how to type offer, auxiliary sign, web form, sky slope, farming, listing, presentation. We have all the information. We have training on our website. If you have time, then please go through this information. If you have any extra question, you can always reach out to our managers. Second thing is I want you to come out to join our event, to join our training. And I always say that in-person training and in-person show up is different than you sit comfortable home with one side with YouTube, one side with TV, and watch the eclipse, and then totally different with the training in person. I hope that you can come out that like tonight. Linda is going to go together with me tonight. Our marketing posting in the group. You probably see it. Everyone on the WhatsApp group 1, group 2, who is not in the group? You're not in the group. You are either in WeChat group? Yeah. So they posted a seminar tonight, 5:30, 6 o'clock something. I will go there. I only see my seminar with David. Where's that seminar? Kevin, did we post again today? Yeah. Okay. So that's a seminar condo developer hosted. They're going to have a finger food. They're going to have a photo session. They're going to have 3 speakers. One of the speakers is Benjamin Town. This guy is very famous, very popular to talk the real estate market, interest rate, economy situation. I think that if you are available, maybe park your car somewhere. Don't go to park and down. You can park at Eaton Center. Go to attend the seminar. They're going to have a lot of information talk about the economy. The reason I ask you to go there is not to say, oh, I have a buyer waiting for me. I have a buyer, can get a deal secured tonight. No, but that's information when Benjamin talk about that, the market condition, employment, US situation, China situation, going to give enough knowledge for you to talk in front of a client. Like today, if you have a buyer want to buy a house, what's the number 1 question they're going to ask you?
Interest rate.
Okay. I would say the number 1 question they ask you is how is the market? Should I buy now? Should I hold for another few months? Then is the price going down or go up? And then the interest rate is 6%, 7%. Is it really going down? When? Tomorrow or 3 months later? Do you know? I don't know. But I'm guessing the rate cut is coming soon, very soon. When? Either June or September. Okay. You raise the eyeball. I said it very soon is because there is no way for Canadian government to hold the rate that high because we are small size of economy. And the biggest challenge for Canadian government is we are small and we are small brother to US, and the US has no rush to cut the rate. We have a couple of challenges here. You probably noticed that finance minister of US federal, what's her name? No, the Chinese, the white hair lady. Yellen, yeah. You know what's the purpose for this trip to China? The purpose of this trip to China is they want to use a couple of excuses to surprise the Chinese government, to say that I need your help. Because when US, they want to drop the rate. They want to drop the interest rate. And but as soon as they drop the interest rate, their real estate market will come back. Same thing with Toronto, with Canada. If we drop the interest rate by 100 basis points, our market will be hot, like by end of this year. So the inflation is the reason for they to increase the interest rate. Now, if they drop the interest rate, then they will come back inflation. The coming inflation is the Chinese government and the Japanese government, they export goods to US will keep the high rate. Okay, so if the Chinese government and the Japanese government, all the goods imported to US keep the high price, then the inflation will come back. So Yellen go to China, the main reason is to say, I need your help, hold the goods price, not increase that quick, and then give me 3 months to 6 months, let me slowly go through the rate cutting process. Right now, I know they don't have good talk. Chinese and the US is not in a good talk, the model to talk anyways. They didn't reach a really good conclusion. But eventually, Chinese government will surrender a little bit. They will, cut the price. They eventually, by a few months, US will slowly to drop the rate. US probably either September or October this year, but our government is really in a hard plate because our economy is really bad. Our employment rate is really low. US is really high. Last month alone, they have 330,000 new jobs. Canada, we have unemployment rate increase last month. So that is a big contrast. So that's why if you have this kind of a background and knowledge, and then you're talking from a client, your client feel confident, this guy knows something, right? So I would say this, for anyone who buying for personal use, for long-term gaming real estate holding, you should buy today or tomorrow or next week, but definitely before the rate cut. It's so simple, rate cut, price will come back. So you want to have, kind of ahead of thinking, ahead of time than everyone else. It's not like, you work strictly with that moment, 3:15, Markham office, everyone goes to the back of the real estate. When they come back, they have a process. Right now, I think is the lowest point. If you want to buy, I think it's a good time to buy. And then that's the way with the knowledge, with the information, with kind of technical talking, that's the way you can convince the client. Sorry, go ahead.
With variable rate.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Not fixed.
But remember one thing though is variable rate. Variable rate is the trick is you have to log in for 5 years or 3 years, right? Yeah. And I don't know. I have a couple of clients myself. My high school buddies. So I asked them to renew like complete open. I just received the statement today is 80% because he put her property for sale and then maybe 2 months, 3 months he can close. So 80%, right? Different people have different situations. You have some people they have to sell. It's different. Say, I don't care. The price is right, I want to sell. Otherwise, I don't sell.
30 years amortization period.
I'm not too sure, but Justin Trudeau is going to do something this time. They're going to do something about the mortgage.
I hope he doesn't do anything.
The reason for that. Remember one thing. As a government, the only issue they care about is the votes. So how can they get the votes? Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, I mentioned before we're going to set up a serial training on listing, farming, those process. And then when we set up, we will let you know. We have a marketing material sent out every month. You probably have it. I would say that post it to your Instagram, social media, and let people know. And because end of the day, you need to have something to show you are a real estate professional, right? We're going to do another round of bootcamp training. Bootcamp training, we have all the 20 topics. We cover all the information from basic technology and then commercial pre-cons. after this Friday, next week, we're going to do a social media marketing technical training in English. So we talk about that email marketing, Instagram, Facebook marketplace. And then I hope that you can join. And then that training will be in person and on Zoom. I think that's what I'm going to talk about today. You have this flyer. You have this flyer that basically I make it simple because I want the people easy to understand. So I have 2 pages. You have 1 page from the back. So this is a simple process. How do you create a new listing? How do you create a new listing? How to get the sign, and then how to go to upload the 2 MLs. Okay, and then on the right side is this on the page of step by step. On the back, yeah. So how do you submit that? If you do an offer, how to do offer? The simple process. On the other page, we talk about that listing sale and the corporate side offers. Basically, there's all the forms you need in. Just like I said, don't use that. Don't go to the website to prepare offer. The website here, those forms are not updated yet. But you always use this web form or schedule because that form we check with Aurea and the Trap. We update almost every week, so all the new form will be there.